Welcome to Wonderful Stories, a place where imagination comes alive. So let's begin.
Part 1, The Fansign I Was Too Tired to Care About. Jae-min had been awake for 27 hours. Dr. Intern life, no sleep, cold coffee, pager anxiety, crying in supply closets but professionally. So when his friend shoved a Fansign ticket at him and said, "Please go for me, I have finals," Jae-min didn't even argue. He was too tired to fight. He stands in line in wrinkled scrubs under a hoodie, looking like he just escaped a disaster shift. Because he did. Around him, perfectly dressed fans with banners and gifts. He feels wildly out of place. Then he sits across from Kang Min-jae, global superstar, stadium tours, the face of every luxury brand. And Jae-min, running on fumes, looks at him and blurts, "You look more tired than me." "That's impressive." Staff freeze. Min-jae blinks, then laughs. "Not staged, not rehearsed. That's the most honest thing anyone's said to me today." Their 30-second stretch. Min-jae asks, "What do you do, Dr. Intern?" Min-jae raises an eyebrow. "So you save people while I sell photo books. That's humbling." Jae-min shrugs. "You probably save people in different ways." That stays with Min-jae long after he leaves. Part 2, The night. 2 months later. It's 2:13 a.m. in the emergency department. Jae-min is halfway through a brutal shift when paramedics rush in with a patient who collapsed backstage at a concert rehearsal. Crowd control. Security everywhere. Then the mask comes off. Kang Min-jae. Jae-min's brain short-circuits. But training kicks in. Vitals. Airway. IV line. He doesn't treat an idol. He treats a patient. Min-jae regains consciousness briefly, eyes unfocused. Then they land on Jae-min. Recognition hits. Even in pain, he smiles weakly. "Guess I came back on purpose." Part 3, The hospital becomes their world. Min-jae's condition isn't life-threatening, severe exhaustion, dehydration, stress-related collapse. But he's admitted for monitoring. Security locks the floor down. Media doesn't know. Jae-min gets assigned to his care team by coincidence. Or fate. Or narrative cruelty. In the quiet hours, when machines beep softly and schedules pause, they talk. Not idol to fan. Not celebrity to doctor. Just two overworked people who forgot how to stop. Min-jae admits, "I don't know how to exist without performing." Jae-min replies, "I don't know how to exist without being needed." They sit in that honesty. And that's where it begins. Part 4, The rule they can't break. Hospital policy is strict. No personal relationships with patients. Entertainment companies are stricter. No scandals. No attachments. But feelings don't care about policy manuals. Min-jae asks for Jae-min when he wakes up. Jae-min stays longer than he should. One night, Min-jae says quietly, "When I look at you, I don't feel like a product. I feel human." Jae-min knows he should step back. He doesn't. Part 5, The secret that changes everything. Right before discharge, Min-jae tells him something. That Fansign meeting, he remembered Jae-min because his younger sister is a nurse. He notices medical staff, notices exhaustion, notices quiet strength. Jae-min wasn't random, he stood out. And now, Min-jae asks, "When I'm not your patient anymore, can I still see you?" That question is more dangerous than any diagnosis. Part 6, Loving someone you can't protect. Dating an idol means hiding. Dating a doctor intern means never having time. They meet at odd hours. Hospital rooftops, empty parking lots, late-night convenience stores. They hold hands like it's contraband. Min-jae says, "I perform for millions, but I'm only myself with you." Jae-min says, "I fix people all day, but you're the one who makes me feel okay." And that's how two exhausted people become each other's safe place. Part 7, The photo that ruins everything. It happens on a Tuesday. Because disasters in Jae-min's life always happen on Tuesdays. He's leaving the hospital after a 30-hour shift. Hair a mess, hoodie over scrubs, brain running on fumes and caffeine ghosts. Across the street, parked low and subtle like it's not worth millions, is a familiar black van. He shouldn't go. He knows he shouldn't go. But the window rolls down and Min-jae looks out, eyes tired but soft the second he sees him. No stylists, no cameras, just him. Jae-min gets in. They don't even kiss. They just sit there, shoulders touching, breathing in the same space after days of missed calls and broken schedules. Min-jae whispers, "I just needed 5 minutes where no one needs anything from me." Jae-min rests his head back, eyes closed. Same. That's all it is. 5 minutes. but someone across the street has a zoom lens. Part 8. The headline. Jae-min is on rounds when his phone explodes. Group chats, missed calls, notifications. He checks one link. Top idol Kang Min-jae spotted in secret meeting with mystery man, dating rumors. The photo is blurry, but clear enough. Him, getting into the van, face visible, hospital badge half showing. His stomach drops so fast he feels dizzy. By lunch, it's trending worldwide. Fans are split, some defending, some furious, some already doxing the mystery man. And then his attending calls him into the office. Not angry, worried. Are you involved with this person? Hospital policy, reputation, confidentiality concerns. Jae-min doesn't lie, but the truth feels dangerous in his mouth. Part 9. The company steps in. Min-jae's phone is taken. Statement released within hours. The individual is not in a romantic relationship with the artist. They met through professional circumstances. Professional. The word hits Jae-min like a slap. Because technically, it's true. But it erases everything else. They can't contact each other. Security is tightened. Schedules rearranged. Min-jae is pulled from public appearances, due to health concerns. Which makes fans more suspicious. Jae-min watches news clips between patients, heart pounding every time Min-jae's face appears. He's never felt so helpless. He saves lives for a living. But he can't protect the one person he wants to. Part 10. The breaking point. Days pass. Online hate escalates. Jae-min's social media gets flooded. Old school photos found. His university tagged. Hospital administration asks him to take leave, until things settle. It feels like being punished for loving someone. Finally, one night, he gets a call from an unknown number. He answers. Silence. Then Min-jae's voice, quiet, wrecked. I'm sorry. Jae-min's chest tightens. You didn't do anything wrong. Min-jae laughs weakly. Liking you feels like I did. That hurts more than the headlines. Part 11. The choice. Min-jae is given options. Public denial. Distance. Pretend it never happened. He's done it before. For rumors. For safety. But this time, it feels different. Because Jae-min wasn't fantasy. He was real. Rooftops. Hospital vending machine dinners. Honest conversations at 3 a.m. Meanwhile Jae-min sits alone in his apartment. Hospital badge on the table. Wondering if loving someone this famous means always being the collateral damage. Then his phone buzzes. A live broadcast notification. Min-jae is doing a press conference. Unscheduled. Unscripted. Part 12. The moment the mask slips. Min-jae sits in front of cameras, managers tense beside him. He looks tired, but steady. I've lived most of my life as a version of myself built for other people, he says. Reporters freeze. The person in those photos is someone who treated me when I wasn't okay. They showed me kindness when I had nothing to give back. Staff look panicked off camera. Min-jae continues anyway. I don't know what happens next. But I don't want to lie about caring about someone who helped me stay standing. It's not a confession. Not exactly. But it's not denial. And that's louder. Part 13. Aftermath. The world doesn't end. But it shifts. Some fans leave. Some stay. Public opinion divides. But for the first time, Min-jae feels like he spoke as himself, not the brand. And that night, security be damned, he stands outside Jae-min's building again. Jae-min opens the door. They just look at each other. No cameras. No headlines. Just relief. Min-jae says softly, if this costs me everything, I still don't regret meeting you. Jae-min pulls him inside before he can say anything reckless. And whispers against his shoulder. Then we'll figure it out. Together. Part 14. The plan they don't call a plan. After the press conference, everything gets louder before it gets quiet. Min-jae's schedule shrinks. Not officially, but subtly. Health focus. Private rest period. Code words for stay out of sight. Jae-min is still on leave from the hospital. Not fired. Not cleared. Just paused. Floating in the strange space between needed and problem. They meet in parked cars, stairwells, empty sidewalks at dawn. Every conversation ends the same way. Are you okay? Yeah. Lie. One night, sitting in Min-jae's van with the engine off, city lights flickering on the windshield, Jae-min says quietly. Do you remember what silence sounds like? Min-jae doesn't answer right away. Because he doesn't. So 2 days later, his manager, the one who's known him since trainee days, the one who looks the other way sometimes, hands him a key. Small house. Coastal town. Company owned. rarely used. Off-grid enough. 3 days, the manager says. After that, you don't know me. Part 15, the place with no signal. The house is small. Wood floors, old windows, ocean visible beyond a hill of grass. No paparazzi, no hospital pagers, no screaming fans, just wind. When they step inside, both of them freeze. Because for the first time in years, nobody is waiting for them to be someone. Min-jae drops his bag and just stands there, looking around like he doesn't trust it. Jae-min opens a window. Cold sea air fills the room. Min-jae exhales, slow, shaky. I forgot the air could smell like this. They sit on the floor with convenience store food. No makeup, no hospital coat, just sweatpants and quiet. Hours pass without talking, and somehow, that says more. Part 16, learning each other without the world watching. Day 2 feels unreal. They wake up late, sunlight through thin curtains, no alarms. Jae-min finds Min-jae already outside, sitting on the grass, staring at the ocean like it's a foreign language. He sits beside him, shoulders touch. Min-jae asks, if I wasn't this, what do you think I'd be? Jae-min thinks carefully, still someone people would look at. Just, for different reasons. Min-jae laughs softly, then quieter. When I'm with you, I don't feel like time is chasing me. Jae-min replies, when I'm with you, I don't feel like I'm failing someone. That's the closest they get to saying I love you. Part 17, the night the fear comes back. It doesn't stay perfect. That night, Min-jae wakes up from a dream, stage lights, screaming, cameras, falling. Jae-min wakes to him sitting upright, breathing hard. He doesn't ask questions, just wraps an arm around him. Min-jae whispers, I'm scared this isn't real life. Jae-min rests his forehead against his shoulder. It doesn't have to last forever to be real. They sit like that until the fear passes. Part 18, the return they can't avoid. 3 days go fast when you're not counting. On the last morning, they pack slowly. Neither says it, but both know. The world is waiting. Careers, expectations, headlines, not fully gone. At the door, Min-jae hesitates. What if everything changes when we go back? Jae-min answers honestly, it already did. Then softer, but we change too. They don't promise forever. They promise the next step. And sometimes, that's braver. Part 19, the morning everything starts again. The announcement drops before sunrise. Jae-min is in the hospital locker room, tying his hair back, half awake, when his phone buzzes nonstop in his pocket. He almost ignores it. Notifications have meant stress for months. But then he sees it. Kang Min-jae to hold first comeback stage since hiatus. His chest tightens so suddenly he has to sit down. 3 months ago, Min-jae disappeared from the public eye under the polite label of health recovery. 3 months of silence, speculation, fan debates, career think pieces. And now, he's going back. Not just to release music. To stand in front of thousands of people and let them look at him again. Jae-min whispers under his breath, you're really doing it, because he knows what this means. It's not just choreography and lights. It's stepping back into a place that almost broke him. Part 20, the hours before the stage. Backstage, the atmosphere is fragile. Staff move like they're handling glass. Min-jae sits in front of the mirror, stage makeup half done. The reflection staring back at him looks familiar, styled hair, sharp outfit, earpiece ready. But the person behind the reflection feels newer, quieter. He rolls his shoulders, trying to ease the tightness in his chest. His manager kneels in front of him. If you want to cut the talk segment, we can. Min-jae shakes his head slowly. Because this comeback isn't about pretending everything's normal. It's about showing he survived. His phone lights up, a message from Jae-min. No matter how loud it gets out there, you're still you. Min-jae reads it 3 times. The noise backstage fades for a moment. He presses the phone to his chest like it can steady his heartbeat. Part 21, the walk into the light. When the intro music starts, his body moves automatically. Years of training take over. But the closer he gets to the stage entrance, the louder the crowd becomes, a wall of sound, love and expectation mixed together. For a second, fear crawls up his spine. What if they only want the version of me I can't be anymore? Then he remembers the ocean wind. The quiet house. A voice saying, it doesn't have to last forever to be real. He steps into the light. The scream that erupts is deafening. But he doesn't flinch. Part 22, singing like he means it. The first song is new. Slower. Honest. Written during nights he couldn't sleep, When hospital monitors beeped in his memory and silence felt heavier than noise. He doesn't perform it, he feels it. His voice trembles on one note, just a little. 3 months ago, that would have terrified him. Tonight, he lets it happen, because imperfection means he's real. The crowd doesn't scream through the song. They listen. Lightsticks sway gently instead of shaking wildly. It feels less like a show, more like a shared breath. Part 23, the words that weren't approved. After the song, the cue in his in-ear says, "Thank fans." Transition. Min-jae ignores it, his heart pounds, but his voice is steady. "I thought if I stopped being strong, people would leave." The arena quiets instantly, but when I couldn't stand on my own, someone helped me. Without asking for anything back. Staff freeze backstage, managers exchange looks, but he continues, "I'm still learning how to be a person outside of this stage. Thank you for waiting while I figured that out." It's not dramatic, it's honest, and somehow that hits harder. Part 24, the one person in the crowd. Jae-min didn't want to go. He didn't want to be selfish. Didn't want to make Min-jae's night about them. But he's there anyway. Back row, mask on, heart in his throat. Watching Min-jae speak like that, vulnerable, unguarded, makes his eyes sting. Because he remembers the hospital room. The exhaustion, the quiet fear Min-jae never let the cameras see. And now the world is seeing a piece of the real him. Jae-min whispers, "You did it." Part 25, after the final note. The last song ends with fireworks and lights. But Min-jae barely notices. He bows, long and deep, heart pounding not from performance, but relief. He didn't collapse, didn't pretend, didn't hide. Backstage, chaos explodes, staff cheering, relief flooding the room. Min-jae slips away to a hallway, back against the wall, breathing hard. His phone buzzes. "Jae-min, you looked free up there." Min-jae types back slowly. "I was," and for the first time since the scandal, he believes it. This stage wasn't just a comeback. It was a return to himself. Part 26, time moves, even when headlines don't. A year passes, not dramatically, not in big, explosive events, but in small, steady things. Jae-min is a full-time doctor now. Long shifts, coffee that's always cold by the time he drinks it, a stethoscope that feels like part of his body. Min-jae is touring again, not the suffocating pace from before, but still global, still huge. And somehow, they last. Not because it's easy, but because they stop trying to make it easy. They fight sometimes, mostly about time zones and exhaustion. They miss calls, fall asleep mid-conversation, forget to eat, but every time, they come back to the same thing. Neither of them wants a life the other isn't in. Part 27, the question they've avoided. It happens on an ordinary night. Min-jae is back in Seoul for 2 days. They're in Jae-min's apartment, sitting on the floor with takeout, backs against the couch. No makeup, no cameras, just quiet. Min-jae stares at his phone longer than usual. Jae-min notices. "What's wrong?" Min-jae exhales slowly. "My company asked something today." Silence stretches. "They said, if this is serious, long-term serious, we should start preparing." Jae-min's chest tightens. Preparing, in idle language means one thing. Going public, eventually. Not a scandal, not a leak, a decision. Part 28, fear doesn't disappear, it changes shape. They don't answer right away. Because this isn't just about them. It's careers, fans, headlines, opinions from strangers who feel entitled to their lives. Jae-min says quietly, "If you decide not to, I'll understand." Min-jae looks at him immediately. "Don't say it like that." His voice is firm, but soft. "I hid who I was for years because I thought love would ruin everything." He reaches for Jae-min's hand. "But losing myself almost did." Jae-min's throat tightens. "Because this isn't pressure. This is choice." Part 29, the reveal isn't loud. They don't hold a press conference. They don't post couple selfies. Min-jae releases a documentary episode about his past year, recovery, growth, identity beyond stage lights. Near the end, there's a quiet scene. No dramatic music, just Min-jae sitting by a window, speaking calmly. "Someone stayed beside me when I wasn't at my best." He's not part of this industry. He saves lives for real. "I'm grateful he chose me when I didn't feel worth choosing." No name, but not hiding either. The internet explodes anyway. Part 30, the world reacts. It's chaos for a week. Support, hate, think pieces, fan debates. But something unexpected happens. A lot of fans say, "We just want him happy." Not all, but enough. And Min-jae doesn't backtrack. Doesn't apologize. Doesn't frame it as a mistake. He goes on stage the next week, smiles, performs, and bows like always. Only now, lighter. Part 31, The Quiet That Comes. After. Jae-min comes home after a brutal shift. Drops his bag, sits on the couch, exhausted. His phone buzzes. A photo from Min-jae overseas. Messy hotel room, instant noodles, tired smile. Caption. Still choosing you. Even on the hard days. Jae-min smiles, eyes heavy. Because the world knows now. And nothing fell apart. Their love didn't end careers. It didn't disappear under pressure. It just existed, like it always had. Part 32, not a fairy tale. Something better. They don't get a perfect ending. They get late night calls, airport goodbyes, shared calendars, missed anniversaries made up later. But also, hands finding each other in the dark. Comfort without performance. A love that grew quietly in hospital hallways and survived stadium lights. Not dramatic, not tragic, just real. And they choose it, every day. Part 33, The Night That Feels Ordinary. It doesn't happen under stage lights. There are no cameras, no dramatic music, no grand speech planned. It's a Tuesday. Jae-min gets home past 10 p.m., shoulders aching, mind still half at the hospital. He smells like antiseptic and cafeteria coffee. His hair's a mess from running hands through it all day. The apartment lights are on. That's the first surprise. Min-jae is supposed to be overseas for 2 more days. Jae-min pushes the door open slowly. Shoes by the entrance. Familiar ones. His heart jumps. Min-jae is in the kitchen wearing an apron that clearly doesn't belong to him, staring very seriously at a pan like it personally offended him. Jae-min blinks. Are you cooking? Min-jae looks up, startled, then grins, shy, boyish, not idol perfect. I followed a video. It might be illegal to eat. Jae-min laughs for the first time that day. The kind that loosens something tight in his chest. This right here, is what always gets him. Not the star, the person. Part 34, The Weight of the Years Between Them. They eat on the couch. The food is slightly burned. They eat it anyway. Min-jae talks about tour rehearsals. Jae-min talks about a patient who finally got discharged after weeks. It's normal conversation, but there's a softness underneath it, a quiet awareness of how many versions of themselves led here. Hospital rooms, scandals, secret trips, stages, fear, growth. At some point, Min-jae goes quiet. Jae-min notices. You okay? Min-jae nods, then shakes his head. I used to think love was something that would take things from me. His voice is calm, but his hands are nervous, fidgeting with the hem of his sleeve. Time, freedom, my career, my image. He looks at Jae-min directly. But you gave me myself back. Jae-min's breath catches. Part 35, The Question. Min-jae reaches into his pocket. Not a dramatic pause, not kneeling immediately, just holding a small ring box like it's fragile. There were nights I thought I wouldn't make it back to this life. His voice lowers, and every single time, you were there. Not as a fan, not as a secret, just you. Jae-min's eyes blur. Min-jae laughs softly, nervous. I don't want to keep living my life in chapters where you're just visiting. He kneels, but it's awkward because the coffee table is in the way. They both half laugh, half cry. Stay with me, officially, fully, as long as we get. Jae-min doesn't let him finish. He pulls him up and kisses him, tears and laughter mixed together. Yes, obviously yes. Part 36, Years later. The future doesn't come with fireworks. It comes quietly. Morning sunlight through curtains. 2 coffee mugs instead of 1. Shoes that are always in each other's way. Min-jae still performs, but slower pace now. More personal projects. Music that sounds like him. Jae-min is a senior doctor, the kind interns look at with nervous respect. There are still busy days. Still hard weeks. But there's always home. One evening, Min-jae sits at the table, working on lyrics, while Jae-min reads medical charts beside him. Their knees touch under the table. Neither moves away. Min-jae looks up. Do you ever think about how this started? Jae-min smiles. You fainting dramatically in a hospital room. Min-jae scoffs. Romantic, right? Jae-min reaches over, squeezes his hand. No, but real. Final scene. Not a spotlight, just a life. No headlines announce this part. No fans see it, but this is the real ending. 2 people who met by accident. Stayed by choice. Grew on purpose. Love didn't save them like a fairy tale. It didn't erase fear or hardship. It just gave them someone to stand beside while facing it. And somehow, that was enough. The end. If you like the story, don't forget to like, subscribe and hit the bell icon to get notifications for more amazing stories.